Okay, we're gonna try this. I was driving home just now, and in the car, I found a metaphorical construction that told smoothly and clearly, and without a lot of big words, the story of my recent life, which I've been trying to explain to the people who know and love me for, I don't know, almost all of the last 3 to 4 years now. And I spoke this to myself out loud while I was driving and listening to music, and it came out clearly and cleanly, and I thought, okay, I will try and capture this on video tape, so to speak. And I was about home, and I thought, you know what, I should stop before I get home, because when I get home I will be distracted, or the energy might cause me to lose it. I know it's a bit loud right now from cars running behind me on the freeway. I know it's a bit loud right now from cars roaring behind me on the highway. It's not really a freeway, it's a highway. I mean, you don't have to pay for it, but of course we all do. But really, this isn't a freeway, it's a highway. Specifically, it's the Diagonal Highway. Everyone from around here from back when knows it as such. People who are new call it 119. I find that strange. Oh right, you mean the Diagonal. Alright, you mean the Diagonal. Don't worry, there won't be a lot of cars. This is the last one for quite some time, and as soon as it goes by, we'll start telling the story. Or delivering the metaphorical construction that contains or exhibits or illuminates the story. So the idea is to think of life, of your life as a country. Anyone's given individual life is a singular, unique country that you travel through, from the beginning of your life to the end. And sometimes in that country you plop down, put down stakes and stay for a while, and sometimes you're moving. And either way, you come to know the country of your life fairly well. And I knew the country of my life fairly well by the time I was in my mid to late 30s. And my life was a country that was broad and interesting and had lots of wonderful, cool adventures in it and beautiful people in it. And most importantly, this big country, broad, interesting country that I lived in, some of which was my opportunity and much of which was created by me. Had the key characteristic of it was that it had a few different important rivers. And so at different times in my life, I could move into the flow of one of these rivers or another, like according to what I needed or what I wanted. Like, this is the river for me to spend time with right now. And then what happened is that my life went into this kind of weird shoot. It's not worth describing. I could describe the logistics of it, but it's not worth it. Went into kind of this unexpected weird chute or tunnel that lasted about 2 months, give or take, maybe 2.5. And I popped out the other side and landed in a part of my country that I hadn't seen coming. And I looked around, and the main thing was that all of the rivers had become one river now. There were not multiple rivers anymore. There was just one river in my country, in the country of my life. And while that's something that I had been planning for and aiming at, yes, for sure, it took me by surprise. Its suddenness, one, and two, it came at a time when I was dealing with the largest single unforeseen obstacle in my 22-year plan. You make a big plan, you expect a certain amount of risk, you calculate for that. And this was the biggest unforeseen blow, and it had taken my body away. And so I arrived at this juncture of new country, one river, and lost inside my physical form in a lot of different ways. And that rupture and that sudden one river and no other choices, and having to suddenly swim and be and flounder in that strong flow, swirling of all those other rivers combined, was quite hard. And somewhat terrifying, and I did almost die. I did not, and that was an excellent wake-up call that I took very seriously and strongly and accordingly. And now I'm at this place where no, I'm not at my goal, but I do know this river quite well now. I've really learned the river, and I feel comfortable with my knowledge of it and my ability to calibrate for it and my ability to move through it, its currents and its flow as is needed. And the fact that I'm still not at my goal definitely rankles and causes frustration and upset, because it's taking a long time and it's a lot of work and yada yada yada, so forth and so on. But the thing is, ultimately, I know that I am in the river and that it is flowing forward, and it's the river that I wanted to be in. So we'll see where it goes. I think I know, but ultimately I don't, right? That's the thing about life. Ultimately, we don't know. None of us do. That's why science is great, but it's just a tool in your tool chest. Nobody knows anything. So what I choose to know, the only thing that I know, is not that this is true or that is true, but that love is true. And I choose to know that from experience. Like, the weighted tale of the experiences of my life told me unequivocally, clearly, 100%, that love equals beauty equals God equals truth. And so this woman asked me the other day, what is your gift exactly in one sentence? Because I was being quite wordy in the long messages back and forth. And I was like, good challenge. And what I came up with eventually, that I never would have come up with before, I actually worked at it for a bit. I can't quite remember it exactly. It's written down 50 yards away from me in the car. But it's basically something like, my gift is the fact that I'm functionally incapable of accepting a world that is predicated by anything less or other, predicated by, predicated on, by anything less or other than love. And that's true, because to me, it's the solution to all of these problems. And so I'm in the big river now, and it's the big river of love and my love and the soft fire of my love. And I don't think I'm going to sink. I don't think I'm going to drown. I don't think I'm going to capsize. I think I got this. I just need to hang on for a bit longer. And there's like a big old fancy riverboat ahead where we're all going to party and learn how to love one another again.